welcome back to another edition of Indra's Healthy Indulgences with me. Now, how was your week? How have you been? I hope you've been doing well. Thank you so much for a lot of your comments. I really enjoy getting them from you. But you know, this weekend I had a most interesting time because I did something very sneaky to my daughter. Now, you know, my daughter can be a little picky, especially when it comes to eating vegetables. So in that sense, she's a little bit fussy. But as you know, fussy eaters can be at any age. I know young kids that are fussy eaters. I even know young adults who also tend to miss out on certain foods. Now, one of the best ways to, help fussy eaters in getting all the nutrients that they need is to actually trick them and put them into the foods they like. So I came up with this interesting recipe this weekend, which honestly I'm just dying to share with you, for you to see how I added all those nutrients for my daughter and actually tricked her. I'm going to show you how. A lot of parents tell me that their children just love potatoes. I do too. It's extremely nutritious. And a lot of times these parents end up buying, the frozen potatoes like the French fries and the hash browns and all that. But rather than just frying them and then having your fussy eater just eat that all by itself, I'm going to help you use your child's favorite foods, but use that as a bait to hide some of the other nutritious things in there so that you can help trick them into eating all that good nutrition that they need. Now, I'm sure a lot of you end up buying a lot of these frozen potatoes like this. So now, I'm going to show you how to cook it into a really delicious recipe. So we're going to start by taking our hash brown potatoes, thaw them from the freezer, just cut them roughly, and I'm going to put them into my food processor to blend them all up. I'm going to add in a little bit of milk. Okay, so now this is step one. That's finished. Now I'm actually going to make the filling that goes together with the potatoes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dice up one red onion. Together with the onions, I'm also going to slice up 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to mince that up. And I'm going to finely mince up the garlic and the onions. Now when it comes to the vegetables, and especially if your fussy eater doesn't like to chew large chunks of vegetables, one good way to hide it is to actually shred it really fine. So into this recipe, I'm going to shred some zucchini and some carrots. Now vegetables are a very good source of fiber and antioxidants and lots of vitamins and minerals. All right, I've got my veggies all sorted, shredded. Now you saute your minced onion and garlic just for a minute or two until it gets nice and fragrant. So now stir this all in so that it's fragrant, and then add in our shredded veggies. Now it's really important to expose children to nice tinge of spices and herbs as well at a young age, so that way they don't truly become fussy eaters and then they don't like and appreciate certain flavors. So I'm going to add in some ground coriander powder and a tinge of paprika, some salt and pepper. I'm going to take it out of the wok to let it cool before I mix it in with the potatoes. I'm just going to take this off the heat. Now, going to add a nice crumb to it. So I'm going to use whole grain corn flakes. I'm going to put it into a Ziploc bag. get the air out, then zip it up. And just, take a bottle or anything that you have in the kitchen and just press it all down until it resembles fine crumbs. So there you have it. This is your whole grain crumbs. So now we just set that aside for the time being. And now I'm going to mix that veggie into my potatoes. Hey, actually come to think of it, this recipe of mine has all the food groups in there. It's got your vegetables, it's got potato, which is a grain, and then later on we're going to crumb it with the whole grains. And it's got milk. Wow, it's a recipe that actually has all the food groups. This is amazing. And because for this recipe, I'm actually going to bake it. So at this point, go ahead and preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. I'm going to put out my whole grain crumbs here because later I'm going to roll it in here. So now using your hands, just go ahead and take a portion of the mixture. Take a piece of the mozzarella and just roll it over. Then, using a little bit of melted butter, and roll it in the whole grain crumbs. Now I'm just gonna pop it into the oven. Okay, it sounds like it's already done. See, the mozzarella is already It's delicious. It's got all the vegetables hidden there. It's coated with whole grain goodness from the cornflakes. And of course, it's got all the goodness, the vitamins, minerals, the antioxidants, and the energy-giving carbohydrates from the potatoes. And right in the middle, when you cut it in, this is where you get that lovely, cheesy goodness from the mozzarella cheese, which is your dairy. So your fussy eater wouldn't even realize that what they're having has all the nutrients of the food group that's good for their health. Oh my gosh, this is just too good. I'm just gonna have a bite. So, hope you'll join me in my next episode of Indra's Healthy Indulgences. But in the meantime, remember to always eat well, be well, and indulge healthily.